Hello everyone and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all okay. I certainly am feeling festive. We've got the tree up in the background. So before we end the videos for the year, I thought I wanted to film a video whilst I was sitting in front of the tree. I thought it was quite appropriate to do a winter style video. So this video is basically 5 tips on how to stay stylish in winter. This is going to be a lessons with Lydia, just some things that I do and that I've thought about and considered that, you know, stop you from looking a little bit boring. I think in winter we can get into that real rut of just wearing the same thing over and over again, especially the same coat, boots, and trouser combo. So let us begin with tip number 1. So my first tip is to go for a monochromatic or tonal look if you're feeling in a bit of a rut. My example here is this all kind of whitey cream outfit. I'm not saying it has to be this kind of shade and colour, but something head to toe one colour. So here I've gone for this naked fashion coat. I think this jumper is my Everlane one, my old Zara jeans, and then some boots from Naked Fashion. And just by keeping this look head to toe one colour, it instantly kind of revives it and turns it into something different. Imagine if you had on here just some plain blue jeans, black coat, I don't know, different colours, it just would totally look different. And like I say, you don't have to do this just with the cream or a white. You could go for any kind of tonal look. You could go for some greens, even a black monochromatic look looks great, I think. But you could just pick a colour in your wardrobe, a navy even, maybe you've got a coat in that colour, and try and match it with things that you've not tried before that are of a similar colour palette. So I've got my notebook here, I've written my tips down, and I've got tip number 2. So if I keep looking down, that is why. Tip number 2 is accessories. This won't come as a surprise, but I think it's definitely something we neglect. Accessories really transform your outfit, but maybe think outside the box a little bit in terms of your accessories. So I actually bought yesterday a cashmere scrunchie from COS. I'd seen it online and I just had it in my head that I really wanted it. The model looked so great wearing it, and it just really is a piece that is quite transformative. It's only a hair scrunchie at the end of the day, but it's a really nice, slightly unusual one with it being the cashmere, and the scrunchie just brings something different. So try and think outside the box a little bit in terms of your accessories. Go for things like a scrunchie that you've perhaps not thought of. Make sure you remember things like your belts, like a little list of things, for example, belts, sunglasses, jewellery, hats, like a beanie hat is great, but also just a cap as well if you want to make your look more casual. Things like hair accessories, scrunchies, headbands, all these little things add up. Oh, also bags, of course. A great bag is a really easy way to transform your look, and a scarf. All these things add up to making a great outfit out of your basics. If you are somebody who doesn't have a huge collection of coats, but just wants to maybe change your outfit a bit, but using your same basics, then accessories are a really easy way to do this, and also a really affordable way. I think that scrunchie was £17, but you can get them far cheaper than that. I actually bought some on H&M. They were £9.99 and it was a set, and one had a velvet scrunchie in, and I've been looking for a little velvet scrunchie just to update my festive looks. So in general, look for some great accessories for those basics. So tip number 3 is something I've actually been doing quite a lot lately. And when I was thinking about these tips, this is one that I was actually thinking about them on my run this morning. One that sprung to mind was this, and that is to wear a pretty blouse and layer it with your knitwear. It's really easy, but it's also really effective. So in my example, I've got this blouse. This is from Naked Fashion, I think maybe about a year ago, and just something like a blouse with maybe some collared details, some ruffles going on. I've got my mango tie neck blouse. I actually wore that at the weekend with a cardigan over the top. great way to do like an evening outfit if you want to dress it down a bit in the winter or add that extra warmth, is to go for a pretty blouse and then layer it with your knitwear. So in the example, I've got simple jeans on, a cardigan I got years ago from Mango, but I still love it so much. Chunky black boots, but the blouse just really transforms this. Again, making something basic and turning it around. We've got all those basic pieces on, but just adding that blouse and the layering detail really changes the whole look of the outfit. So just a quick pause to ask if you could hit that subscribe button whilst I've still got you here. So numbers 4 and 5 I actually have covered in some other videos, but I wanted to revisit them and go over them in a bit more detail, specifically related to this kind of winter style video. And this video is more about daytime dressing as well, just like general winter outfits. So my tip number 4 is to think about your fabrics. So a really easy, I'm saying that all of these tips are easy actually, but this is another really easy one, is to just think a little bit more about what fabrics you have in your outfits, because they really can make a difference. So for example, what I mean by this is look for leather. Leather, I feel like, transforms everything. A great pair of leather trousers can take you a long way. Also like a leather skirt, a leather jacket, a leather pair of shorts, they're really in at the moment with a big oversized blazer. But something like a leather, although it can just be quite plain, basically in winter, leather replaces like jeans because so plain but effective with the texture. Also in the example I'm showing you is fur. This is of course faux fur, but I love the kind of luxury that a faux fur brings to the outfit. So I'm wearing this coat, my old H&M one, I've mentioned this a few times recently, but investing in a good faux fur coat I think goes a long way, because they really do last for years if you get a great, I always find an oversized style never really goes out of fashion, but they just don't date. But also I think that texture just provides something a little bit more interesting to the look, especially when you then start combining them together, like the leather with the fur. So other things you could look for are cashmere. That's again a really luxury fabric for the winter, but something that looks really chic and effortless. The same with like a thick knit wool. That's something, that texture looks great against a pair of leather trousers. And just think about really mixing those together. Something like a tweed looks great with all of that. And these are more, not unusual, but more interesting fabrics combined together look really effective and are a very simple way that you probably already own in your wardrobe to keep your outfits feeling stylish. Just to note that this outfit and everything I'm wearing in the cutaways will be linked below. Some of the pieces will be older, so I'm sorry about that, but I'll try and find alternatives where possible. So tip number 5 lends itself on really well from fabrics, and that is more about textures and detail. So we could go back here and actually look at tip number 3, which was the blouse and all the detail that was around the collar. So that's something you could look for, but also things like cable knit, a ribbed knit, different textures like this, things like quilting detail in coats is also really on trend. For my example, I've gone for this chunky cable knit jumper, and just detail like that, again, really transforms your outfit, but the outfit is still plain. You don't have to be wearing something really flamboyant to be interesting. You don't even have to be wearing a print, but just look for those small details and textures that really elevate and transform your outfit. I always say look for those small little details, and things like cable knit definitely do that. This blazer, again, a textured blazer, or maybe like a pattern blazer like this one that I'm wearing now, my Sana New York one, like a houndstooth check, works really well, a herringbone. Just really look for those details. Even something like a collared knit can really elevate your outfit. Rummage in your wardrobe. I feel like most of you will have everything I've listed above, but maybe not thought to combine it in those ways. So have a rummage in your wardrobe, and if not, it only takes 1 or 2 simple pieces and just actually thinking about them and what will transform your wardrobe to kind of change things around completely. So hopefully that's been useful for you. If it has, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I'd love to know any of your tips as well, just to keep the list going and building, just some simple tips that you use to stay stylish in winter. Thank you so much for watching. I think my next video should be a what I wore in a week, and then we only have maybe one more left before Christmas. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.